Hello. I can hear you. Sorry, I probably should have responded so that you knew. Fair enough. Can't you size it? Can't you do like a manual sizing? Oh, since we're not doing anything like crazy important, can I watch the stream this time? I'll see if I can. I think I know how to tell you what to do. I just need to see if it's what I think it is, so that I can decide whether this is the info you need or not to fix the thing you're trying to fix. Oh, I thought you were trying to make a window bigger. Okay. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Okay. What is it with people saying that? That offends the shit out of me. Like it does. It pisses me off. Yeah, he said he was going to the bathroom and then he'll join us.
So if you look, no, that's not
Dude, I
right.
don't know that channel,
That's
so
right.
I need a link.
Wait, what?
You said it's a new channel, isn't it?
No, no, no. It said if you look in the role playing, I made a list, and then but before we get to that list, I'm just telling you that that's there. I'm going to read you some stuff or tell you some stuff. But also if you look at
Are
no,
these like people for hire?
yep.
Oh
So
yeah, I see the price now.
if you look at, I'll tell you all about this. If you look at the player sheets, you will see a new player sheet called the farm, and the
Yeah.
farm, it's very limited information right now, but it's located in the east of Other on the most western bank of the rivers between the secret woods and the rivers. The ground is rough and a little dry, but workable. The temperature will be mild mostly year around, not too hot in the summer, not too cold in the winter. You'll understand about that in a minute. Small patches of trees are scattered around, and there are dense, larger trees at the edge of the secret forest as long as wood is not taken from the fog where people may be lost. Then there's one buildings. There's the two towers where Dark Wizard tried to summon some demons. Very messy, a little rundown, definitely a fixer-upper. Then you have workers, daily tasks, and one-off
Should have
tasks.
waited for crazy.
Well, this is all up there for you guys to read at any time.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah.
I haven't got to the part that's not up there yet. This is your farm character, quote unquote, sheet. So this is what we will be editing as we build the farm, as well as your map, obviously.
It almost sounds like a deed.
Yeah, basically, but with a little
Oh,
bit of, but with a little role play information mixed in.
hi crazy.
Oh, all right. You guys can hear me now. Great.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was just
Hey,
in the middle of a sentence.
so if you go into the player sheets, crazy, I have added the farm
Yes.
player sheet.
Yes, I see that.
Now that you're here, where did I? Oh, the new farm rules. I have a whole new. Actually, I am gonna put that back where I'm gonna put that
Hey,
back into the camp.
give me a second. I need to throw some stuff away.
Okay.
Also, we came to the conclusion that this is like the best spot for defense.
It's a good. Yeah, it'll be a good defendable spot
Uh, Perfect. We have an impenetrable magical forest on one side. We
by
have
demons. Yeah.
working. Yeah, but I'm talking specifically about the demons because, from the looks of things, they appear to be the most likely to attack us since the other people are people and don't appear to hate us. Uh, yet, at least. Hopefully, they won't hate us at all. But
It's very unlikely. You would have to really screw up to get people of other to hate you.
Okay. Oh, I'm back.
Okay, so now I'm gonna read you some blanket information. So, oh, there's also a second list here I want to send you. So the list that is in chat right now, Discord,
Mhm.
those are workers for hire. And the way this will work is you hire people for projects at a set price for them to relocate. So this is like relocation prices.
Mhm.
Then you work out a wage after the project is established and going based on how much is being made overall. So basically, at first, you're just going to hire people to move there and hopefully give them supplies to do what they need to do to live there. And then they're going to start working. And then once jobs and money actually starts coming in, then you will work out a wage with them within their place. If that wage is just room and board because they're happy to stay there, which might come later, then that you might be able to make a deal like that. Some people will probably need to be paid. You can see on the list, the smith is an elf. He's a dark elf. He's also the most expensive. He would require a working wage. But someone like Aldrock, the goblin that has no job, which I'll get to in a second, and he costs 10 gold. He'll move there for 10 gold. He probably wouldn't require a working wage unless you trained him to do something special. But even then, if you trained him, he would not feel like you need to give him a wage because you gave him a place in your town or farm or whatever.
And we taught him to do something.
Exactly.
Gave him
So
knowledge. Yeah.
your workers, you will see the list has their name, their race, their job, attack, defense, stamina, craft, and intelligence, and then price. But price would get removed after you hired them. Their attack is obvious. That's how much damage they'll deal if you actually end up with defending or fighting for your farm. Defense also obvious, how much damage they can block. Their stamina is used to determine how long they can work or how many tasks they can attempt to do, and also determine how many hits they take in combat before they are injured. Their craft is how good they are at their job, and their intelligence is how fast they learn new jobs and skills. Skills are statted between 1 and 5, with 6 requiring a special boost, such as a legendary item or a critical roll on training for 5, something like that. A plus next to each stat means that it has advantage for its rolls, but it ranges from uh, um, a less 1 plus 1 to less 1 plus. It just ranges. There's a range of the advantages, and we'll get into that later.
All right.
Then you have a list of people to hire. There's also I threw together a quick list of stuff that you can buy, but it's not complete. So if you have ideas for, I'll put this up too. If you have ideas for other stuff that would be useful to buy, we can obviously add to this list.
All right.
But for now, you just have like carpenter's kits, nails. One important one will be this raw iron ore.
Mhm.
You can have it shipped from Mountman. 20 gold per cartful, roughly enough for 50 ingots, plus 2 gold per day delivery. So it takes a day for it to be delivered. So it actually is 2 gold to have it delivered from Mountman, whereas it would be 20 gold if you had it delivered from the mines. That's why I gave you the Mountman's price, because I figured there's no point in having it delivered from the mines. You can just have it delivered from Mountman, because they do pull iron out of those hills. It does work.
Yeah.
There's camping kits, cooking kits, hunting, fishing, building kits. Building kits is basically everything you would need to make a small to medium sized house. So nails, corner stuff, anchors.
Including logs?
No,
Like,
it doesn't come
no.
with wood. There's milled lumber, or you can mill your own lumber, and then there's a cart, obviously.
What?
So,
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Steven, your alarm's going off.
Oh, that's my phone way the hell over there. You want to grab it or just listen to her? I assume she'll shut up after a while.
Well, I'm hoping she shuts up.
About it. Maybe 15 minutes in. Oh, now it's just singing. I think that will go for 1 minute and then stop. Where did McGrew go?
I assume he went and checked on either the dog or Mrs. Grew.
Okay.
It's hard to say. He went somewhere saying like, "What's the matter?" So he's checking up on something.
I'm gonna go get some caffeine. I'm barely conscious.
You're gonna get some caffeine. You want to grab that phone while you're up?
Not really.
Well, can you please, anyways? Because I kind of need it, and I want to shut it up.
Both occupy the same space.
Mm,
Well, while McGrew's gone, crazy.
yeah.
I want you. We're gonna do a thing.
Oh, a thing.
So
I love things.
take a look at roll 20.
Yeah.
So
Aw,
roll me a d6.
we're rolling for season. Fuck yeah! Right. 1d6.
Okay, it's spring. That's pretty good. Roll me
Oh,
6d6.
6d6. All right. Let me just dip my cookie in some milk real fast. 6d6. Just like the name suggests, let's get the banger roll.
25. So
25.
it's the 25th of spring. We're going to need a movable marker. I don't know how to make one of those.
We can use meatball. 25th of spring, you said.
Yep. And you go there. The reason I didn't do, I need to make the map a little taller, I think. Let me do that. It'll obscure the numbers a little bit, but that's okay. Let's go
We'll be able to read.
1,000 tall. And then
No.
how did that do?
So wait. That
That's a
looks
little
good.
better.
So wait, like, does every month start at the 4th?
No, every month starts at the first. First, second,
So
third,
where's...
fourth. These temperature averages are to represent the temperature change throughout the month. So in spring, it starts off around 72 degrees. This is Fahrenheit, and it'll warm up. In summer, it'll stay around this it'll be about 87, and it'll cool off a little bit towards the end of summer, you see. And then
Yeah.
in autumn, it'll cool off even more, and then winter, it gets pretty cold, but then it starts to warm up towards the end, and then back into spring, it's warm again. It kind of is just averages. And then in your specific spot, if you looked at the sheet, you will always be a little bit warmer than the lows and a little bit cooler than the highs. So you probably won't see like an 81 degree day in summer or a 91 degree day in summer. You'll probably stick in the 80s and the 70s.
Mm.
So your spot is
We do not need to move our characters.
I know.
Here. All
Your
right.
s-
We're
your s-
just using meatball as a marker to show us which
Yeah,
day
we
of the
we just
month
rolled
it
what
is.
day it is. It is the 25th of spring.
Evie, get off my desk.
Why does my roll 20 have a bunch of letters where things used to be?
I don't know what things.
Here?
So like no, on my interface. Like where you draw your characters from, where you look at chat, where you look at
Can you send a picture?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't know what you're talking about.
Evie.
Can I put it in I'm just gonna put it in general.
Okay. Oh, oh. I don't know. What happens if you click Q?
It takes me to the chat.
Oh, I don't know. It must not have loaded the images correctly, I guess.
Reload. No? All still letters.
That's so weird. I don't know. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, no, same.
Weird.
So we've established the date. Now, let's get
Yeah.
back. We were reading this. So there's items to buy. You have that list. We can add to the list, obviously. Certain items you will be able to have delivered. Certain items you won't be able to have delivered.
Okay.
So like the raw iron you can have delivered, the lumber you can have delivered, and it'll be the same thing. It'll be $2 or 2 gold. And if they can combine it into one cart, they'll do it for you. It's not, they're not going to charge you per item 2 gold. It's just 2 gold for a cart delivery. Unless you have your own cart, then you can deliver it yourself. On the farm, on the farm and with this, there's gonna be 2 types of jobs. There's gonna be daily jobs. They will happen automatically every day. Most daily jobs won't require a role, as they will be everyday tasks like hunting, cooking meals, gathering food. Then there will be one-off tasks. One-off tasks will require a role to be made, depending upon how many workers are helping with the task. This could be things like building, setting up fields, making armor and weapons in combat. And the combat will require multiple roles, depending on how many rounds it takes and what type of combat it is. One-off tasks could take more time to complete, longer than a day, and could require extra steps. And then I made some daily tasks. Here, I'll just post these. Some daily task ideas, again, incomplete lists,
Yeah.
but you can see like what we're working with. So you can see like hunting, which you would gather crafting level ×2 plus 2 meat for meals, requires hunter, and it costs 1 of their stamina points. Gatherer, gather crafting ×2 plus 3 wild fruit and veggies for meals, requires no job, costs 1 stamina, or craft ×1 plus, or you can gather craft ×1 plus herbs for basic potions, which requires herbalist and costs 2 stamina. Fishing, gather meat from, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Fishing requires no job. So these are like daily task ideas. And then how you calculate what you make with it.
Yeah.
And you'll have a list of daily tasks. And basically the daily tasks has to be able to generate enough food to feed your group, as well as do other things. Like you could have a daily task where a smith is making nails for the ongoing building projects, or a daily task of planting seeds or working fields, or etc. And we will add to the list. These are just the ideas I came up with.
Yeah.
So the first thing you're going to have to do is, so you have 2 days basically to work with. So I'm going to say that because it's a less than a day's travel to Mountmund, so you can hire from both Mountmund and Elistra. So these are the people you have to hire if you go to those 2 places and ask around.
Mm.
You still with us?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we definitely want that carpenter dude.
The first thing we need to do is go get the stone.
Go get stone.
The stone. That
What's
magic stone that's like 200 gold.
Right, yeah, the stone, the wood coffin thing for using magic, super magic.
Oh, you want to request the construction of the coffin, or the not? It's a chest.
Yeah, that
The
one. But
charge
we
gem
wanted it in wood.
chest.
We wanted it in wood
Did
to
we?
move it around. Yeah,
Well,
to be able to move it around on.
you can get it in wood or stone. If you get it in stone, it will take up to a week longer to be delivered, because you'll have to send the order up to the dwarves
It'll also be super heavy, and we can't move it around
as easily.
Hey. Well, no, we would give it its own cart.
Yeah, you would have to buy its own cart, which would be 100 gold, and then there would be it would take up about a third of the space of the cart.
But the wooden one,
Can be
is
moved by a person or 2 people technically, but
okay.
it's much lighter.
It wouldn't need a cart then.
Yeah.
No.
And it's just as effective.
Oh yeah, basically, yeah. There's really no difference. It's just mobility. I think the wooden one. I can't remember. There was something about the wooden one besides mobility. I think it was cheaper. The
Can
wooden
it be
one.
destroyed?
No, they're heavily protected. I mean, yes, technically they could be destroyed, but it would take an exceedingly powerful enemy.
The thing is, oh man, there's all kinds of reasons I'm coming up with now why it might be better to take the stone one. Because like, okay, say they can't destroy it, but if a group of goblins sees us doing shit with it and decides they want to steal it, like if it was a big heavy stone one, it'd be a
No,
lot
wooden
harder.
ones are more expensive.
Yeah, no, you said the wooden one costs 300 and the stone one costs 200.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll also have to buy the cart for 100 gold for
So
the
at the
stone.
end of the day, it's the same price.
But the cart would still have some space in it for moving materials and stuff around. It doesn't take up the whole cart.
We can do
Yeah.
that later when
And-
we have more money. The problem is, like, it would take a week to get it down from the mountains.
Yeah, it would add an extra week. It's going to take 2 weeks for them to make it anyways. So it would make it take 3 weeks to be built and delivered.
So we won't have it this session or the next one.
Well, this is going to be a very long, ongoing project because
Yeah,
building buildings takes time. Building or making farms takes time. Digging ditches for irrigation, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna. Are we going to order a stone or wood one? Which one did you want, Crew?
I think in the long run, it's cheaper right now to do a wood one, and it's on our way to Elestria anyway. So,
Well, you're currently at Elistria.
oh, I thought we were at the towers.
Oh, I mean, you could be there,
No,
yeah.
no. Oh, we were. Oh, alright.
Well, I would
Yeah, we can
would
do that.
think that we wouldn't just
Well,
know
Okay,
that.
but what we're actually going the way we're going to do this is you're not this isn't going to be a session where you physically move your token around. You have 2 days. So we're going to say in those 2 days you started planning at Elistria and then you made your way to the towers to scout it out, over to Mount Mint to hire some more people because you're not going to find enough people in Elistria, then made your way back down, set them up at the towers, and then back up to Elistria to be ready to meet that old man in 2 days. So we're just talking about, we're not actually going to do this step by step. We're just going to plan it out, write everything down, and then that will be of what you had done.
What took place in 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So this isn't an actual
Cool if I could see
standard
the-
session where we move the tokens one at a time because it takes
like,
too long.
regardless of tokens and whatnot, I don't care about that. It would still be cool to see the map.
Oh yeah, I'll put it up for you.
You spent time.
But I don't. Did you send? You have to send me the file.
It's
Oh, I can download it, right? Because it's on my
I was
account.
gonna say it's in your account.
Okay.
It's
Let me
a
get
great
it.
looking map.
Thank you. I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning working on it.
Oh, so you've worked on it more than the last time I did.
Yeah, I did more.
Hell yeah, I'm excited to see what you changed.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
What aspect ratio did you make it in? Oh, you made it in the tall one. I'll have to look at
You
what that
told me to
is.
make it the tall one, and that made sense anyway because it's going to be kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a
yeah.
tall map.
Yeah, that's fine. I just have to know because I have to set the aspect ratios and everything. Okay,
Right.
so export, save.
So you said the carpenter.
I believe there's at least one carpenter for sale.
Yeah, there is one.
Well, not for sale, for hire.
I was thinking
Yeah, no, they're not for sale.
30
grab
by 40, 30 by 40, 30 by 40. Okay.
Do we want
since they're
both?
literally free.
Yeah, but the
Yes,
thing is,
but
we would need to train one. I think we should take one of them, but I don't know if we want both of them because then we're gonna have two people that currently can't really do much
but
that we're still gonna need food for, you know?
they can. You don't need you don't. I'd have to look in the Discord, but they could literally gather, which is 0 job, which is 2 times craft plus 3 meals worth of berries. They could also fish, which is no job, which is 3 times craft meat, which means even if their craft in there is 1, they will always get 5 people's worth of berries and 3 people's worth of meat per
So we got the carpenter,
certain amounts
the
of stamina.
humans, and a couple of goblins.
Let me get this. You guys just discuss amongst yourself. Let me get this done real quick because I can't
You
multitask.
wanted some goblins?
It breaks me.
A particular goblin stands out. Shore.
Sure.
Yeah, he's got 2 stamina. And
What's
his
that?
intelligence
What did I
is
say
2.
it was? 30,
I
30
was
wit?
thinking
40?
Gloken. But he doesn't have his hype in intelligence, does he? Yeah.
Actually, man, like
But he's a good guard.
he's got good.
Or-
I like him too because his stamina is good and his crafting is good too.
Patrol would be an
Yeah,
important
but he only
daily
has
task.
1 intelligence. But we wouldn't
mean,
need
if
him
he's-
to have.
If
high
he's
intelligence.
he's got 3 attack and 3 defense though.
Yeah. So he's like,
He's a guard, so he knows how to do that role.
yeah,
We should take him for guard.
yeah,
And he can be another gatherer anyway.
yeah. For now, yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
think I
he
want,
wouldn't necessarily need to be patrolling all the time.
I
yeah,
think
like he would just be on hand if anything, if shit hit the fan.
I feel like we would also want Plise, the Ironback farmer person. He's the only farmer.
Okay.
Or do we want to wait with getting a farmer?
We're gonna have the humans till the ground because that's easy. That's just hard labor.
Yeah, but you would need somebody to oversee it.
I'm
Like
not
the
saying,
farmer.
I'm not saying that to not take the farmer.
Yeah.
I'm saying that as a reason to take the farmer because even though they'll be smart enough to till the ground, but not smart enough to know how to sow correctly.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
But is our ground even like worth farming at the current time?
It is workable.
So we can get produce from it.
Yes.
All right.
And if you have a farmer and do it correctly and do like the equivalent of cycle farming and leave enough dead bushes or enough dead foliage
Trees.
behind, it would get better each time you did it too. As long as you can bring in water and stuff.
I
Map-
think
the
if
map's
we
up.
if we do the shape that way instead, it'll be closer to water.
yeah, I was trying to not make that shape because it didn't go the way I wanted it to, and then I didn't know how to cancel it.
Ah.
I was actually I was thinking something along the lines of like here.
And something else to keep in mind is you can bring in dried meals,
Yeah.
which would accomplish.
No, I actually like yours better because it keeps it closer to the water where the soil will be more fertile.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we can bring in food. Now, what we first need to do is we need to temporarily, at least, convert one of the towers, possibly the bigger one, to be a
Into their quarters.
barracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
into their barracks.
You also have access to a singular moose if she's willing to share.
Is
Rowan has a moose.
Rowan, yes.
But there's more moose for sale at Mountmond, which is where you would
I
buy
was
your card
I was
anyways.
already accounting for buying moose.
Yeah,
I can't remember how much they cost. I can look.
What is it, like 10 or 20 gold?
Yeah, they weren't too much. And you can just make sure you get a male and a female.
Yeah.
Maps. Let's put that map away.
Right. I don't know how to fuck the spell barracks. I'm going to write sleep.
Barrack.
Oh, wait. Let me see here. Did I ignore this? B A bear. R. Is it 2 R?
30 gold for a moose.
Is it
Hey,
2 R's? Or 1 R? There we That's so tiny. Can we make it text bigger?
I'm trying. Hang on.
You can just write it on the list of buildings in your sheet.
Yeah, but we want to plan things out. Well, Alice, we want to know where we want them.
You could make the other one like the mess hall.
I was actually thinking about. Yeah, I guess we kind of need to.
I mean, you could have them camping and cooking outside. That's not a problem. They wouldn't care.
Well, I was thinking about using the small one for us when we stop back by here. We can use it as a place to sleep free.
But we
Yeah.
currently we can turn it into a temporary mess hall.
But it's also not going to be like sleeping in an inn. It's just going to be like roughing it.
Why does this have to snap?
I don't know, dude.
It's annoying. Oh well. The other two goblins. I'm thinking both of them just because they both have 2 intelligence.
Both smart goblins. Gotcha. That's one smart goblin.
But they're smarter than the humans.
Did you look at
Yes, but
Gers, which is a hunter and a Fletcher?
Ooh.
Gers. No, I didn't.
At
We
least
should
3.
repl-
So you have Viren, which is a dark elf smith. You have Gers, which is a goblin hunter Fletcher, which means he can make his own arrows. You have Eldrock, which is just a goblin. He's cheap though. You have
But he has
Pliz.
intelligence free. We can take
Yep.
him
And
straight
by the way,
away.
all of these stats I rolled one at a time. Not one at a time, 4 at a time. But I actually rolled all of these.
That's so cool.
You have Blizz and Ironback Farmer. You have Klulagerd, a jobless goblin. Clorknack, a guard goblin. Etch, a genie guard. He's a little more expensive though.
Like the only
Also,
other genie that I've
yeah,
even heard of.
yeah, that's why I put him in there. Everett, nothing goblin. Shaw, nothing goblin. Ithus, a demonkin carpenter. Fred, a human, and Sean, a human, all with low stats.
All right. So I've currently written down the carpenter dude, both 3 humans, the goblin guard
Oh,
Flopskin.
and just so you know, humans have something that the other ones can't have, or are not as easy to do. Humans can have their intelligence more easily increased. The others can't.
Oh, okay. I wanted them anyway.
Because humans learn
well,
pretty quick.
I know that they have special things about them in the world of
Yeah.
other and they're we
They
definitely
basically
want
attune
Alderac.
to it quickly.
Add Alderac to that list.
Alderac, who's that? Is that the genie? No,
It's
Alderac.
Alderac.
Yes.
It's like 10 gold.
Yeah, there he is. Intelligence free. Yeah.
Do
we want?
Could the hunter provide even more food than the gatherers?
Yes.
So the hunter, his craft is 3, so he would provide for every 1 stamina, he could provide 6, 7, 8 meat worth of meals, or 8 meals worth of meat for 1 stamina.
Add him and tally up the total cost of everyone so far.
Yeah. So.
How much
I'm just
stamina
saying,
does he
want,
have?
The carpenter, both humans. The goblin
He
guard.
he only has 1 stamina though, so you would have to work on raising his stamina to make him better. But still, 8 people's worth of food is still good.
He could basically provide with 1 stamina for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
These guys all together, if we put a number of them foraging and him hunting, they would gather enough food to have
You could easily do 8 meals per day.
And then some.
Yeah. For sure, you could.
Like
Yeah.
we could come in and we would get a free meal, basically.
Ooh, a stockpile. That's okay.
92, if I'm not counting wrong.
Right. I'm
But-
gonna need to think about that. Wait a minute, that
but-
can't be right.
What? 20,
50,
30.
66 plus 26. No, you're right. Yeah, it's 92.
Yeah. So are these the people you wanted? Because these are kind of the people that I wanted.
They're the only ones that I really feel like we really need, like, or definitely want. Because, like, you shouldn't pass up the price of 0 for 2 humans. The goblins
No.
are pretty cheap, and they're good, like good enough. Yeah, honestly, because we don't need a blacksmith. What about the? Yeah, you got the farmer. Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, I think that's great. Yeah. Am I gonna have to withdraw money from my note in order?
All of the places where you would be hiring will accept your note.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'll be right back. I need to get dinner.
That will include race there as well. Why is that thing though fucking large? Why are you typing like 14 font? Jeez. You type so large, Malice.
Yeah, that's because I like it to be visible.
But 12 is standard Malice. Keep 12. It's beautiful. It's
He's
perfect.
old. He can't see.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
no,
can
he's
see good
legally
now, but
blind.
I'm used to it.
You are legally blind, Malice.
Yes, but I have my glasses on.
Yeah, sure.
It's okay, Grandpa.
It's fine. We love you. We love you even though you can't see.
What are you in here talking smack about?
My font
Malice
size
being
choices.
a grandpa and having font 14 instead of 12 like a grandpa.
Dude, I have big font too.
Yeah, but you're also a grandpa, so. See, you're both legally blind people. It's fine.
So anybody that's legally blind, regardless of their actual age, is just grandpa.
When it comes to font, apparently so.
Okay.
Listen, I don't make the rules.
I happen to think that you do.
At least in this case.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Malice who makes the rules.
What?
Yeah, he is the game master. He makes the rules.
I'm not talking about the game.
I don't think this has anything to do with
Shorten all the fucking stats because the stats windows do not need to be that fucking large. I'm making a fucking spreadsheet in here. Hooray.
my Minecraft stream. It's like the biggest UI.
Dude, now that you bring that up, have you seen my fucking 42-inch TV that I use for a monitor?
You know, we know, Grandpa. We
That
know.
seems like overkill.
I mean,
love
the
it.
thing is if you have one, it's amazing.
Yeah, I can't actually think about going back now.
Can't go back anymore.
Make sure you get to the pluses in there.
Yeah, no, I'm adding them as well.
What
So
are you-
for stamina, by the way, a plus just means they have 1 extra stamina because stamina isn't really used in roles, but later it might be. But for like gathering and stuff, if they have a plus of stamina, it means they have an extra stamina for tasks.
So what we're talking about right now, Gru, is this spreadsheet I'm making of all the people we're hiring.
Oh, okay.
Because I love my spreadsheets.
Okay, Grandpa.
Listen, that doesn't come from Grandpa. It comes from being a physics student and having to make like thousands of spreadsheets.
Okay, Grandpa.
Thank you. Thank you that we can come to a respectful agreement on this. I can be a grandpa for liking spreadsheets, and you can be a grandpa for being legally blind.
Yeah,
So-
now
I feel like one's a choice.
So you've decided who to hire. Yeah?
Yeah.
Currently, this is ones we're hiring. Yes.
So you're going to have to establish their daily tasks, and also you're going to have to buy some gear.
Yeah.
But
Well,
wait, what was the last thing?
Buy some
buy
gear.
Gear, right?
Lorcan. Why is Lorcan's name so weird? Lorcan, can you change your name? Thank you.
The kits. Are
Yep.
they permanent?
Depends on the kit. A carpenter's kit is like what?
Hunting, gatherers, and fishing.
Yes. The building
Okay.
kit isn't though. It's used up to make the building.
I get that. That makes perfect
Yep.
sense. You don't need to
But
explain
but
that.
yeah, all the other ones once set up. I mean, but tools will be damaged. So if you don't have a smith and you're not passing by often enough, you might have to you might have to um
Buy new or have them repaired.
yeah, you might have to account for having them repaired and stuff.
That's fine because
Yeah.
I'm planning on buying. I should be making a list. Shouldn't just delegate all of this to you.
Spreadsheet.
I'm
No.
making the
Notepad.
worker list. I have added a separate list for just all the ideas and people for hire and buyable stuff. So if you want to jump into the character sheet and add things, be my guest.
I forgot I can do that. We probably should.
Yeah, that's where I'm doing the spreadsheet. You're a
Where?
hunter.
Where am I doing this? Player
Somewhere.
If you're talking,
Yes.
yeah, it's in the player sheets.
player sheets.
Right next to all yours.
Player sheets.
It's called the farm.
Oh, just put it in the farm. Got it.
So your buyables would end up in the stockpile until they get put to use.
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ! Can't believe you used like font 14 now.
just what default is.
No, default is 12.
Oh, default
Unless he
for-
has changed it. Have you changed your in this document?
I
No.
change it when I set up each new document, but I don't think I change it in this
Okay.
editor now.
It gets changed for us too. Like when you make a new document, it's 14 because.
Yeah, that's the default for that document.
Okay.
Because he has written it
No,
like that.
it's
so-
because I wrote in 14 to begin with, which means anytime you add new text, unless
Yeah.
you specifically alter it, it automatically pulls that.
Yes.
You're getting 3 fishing kits.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that you have to also have enough stamina to use these things.
Well, I mean, how much stamina does it take to do a fishing kit?
To go fishing takes 2 stamina per action.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Gathering takes 1 stamina per action. But with fishing, I'm also accounting for cleaning the fish and stuff like that. Gathering bait. Stamina is going to be a tricky one, especially when your people will gain stamina as they get used to the work. But for now, stamina is going to be tricky. You're not going to have a lot of it to work with each day.
Well, you changed why are you changing my contract list? What are you
I
doing to my
just
contract
changed
list?
the ×3 that you didn't continue using.
But you only wrote it ×3 on one place, Malice. That's not my fault.
Well, I don't know why I wrote to this ×3 there, but it doesn't belong. So keep going. It's fine.
Yeah, all right, cool. Damn, this Ironback only has a 2 in defense. Jeez.
You don't need a hunting kit. The hunter will have his own stuff. He is ready to hunt.
All right.
If you want to train a second hunter, then you would have to buy a hunting kit. But he's good to
Actually-
go.
No, I won't.
He already has a bow, an arrow. Same with the blacksmith. You wouldn't need a smithing kit. You would just have to have a you would have to have an anvil kit delivered, but you wouldn't need a
Yeah.
smithing kit. Because an anvil kit's like the anvil, a little
And the
heating
carpenter-
place.
The carpenter has his own as well.
Yes, the carpenter will have his own carpenter's tools. So you only have to account for repairs and stuff like that.
How many nails in a box? 100?
It wouldn't be that many. These would be old timey nails. It'd be like 20 or 30.
Oh, okay. I was hoping.
Well, but we're not going to count each individual nail because we're gonna say like if you're building a small building, it's gonna take a box of nails. A medium building's probably gonna be about 2, and a large building, like a long ongoing project, is probably gonna be like 3 or 4 boxes.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna get down to the nitty gritty of that building cost 16
I
nails.
didn't think so. I was just curious.
Yeah, but no, they would be older nails, so they would be much bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd only be about 20 or 30 per box. But you could
Yeah,
also make your own nails, just so you know.
We can't right now.
No. If you had a smithing kit set up and an anvil kit set up, you could come back in a day or two and they'd be ready to go, and then you could make your own.
We would also have to import iron.
So you can import iron either as raw iron or as ingots. And I masked it out so that if you did the raw iron, you get more iron per price.
And it would be cheaper, right?
Yeah, you get more iron per price, so it is
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah, makes sense.
But there's also a give and take based on the skill level of your smith for raw iron.
So
Yeah.
how skilled of a smith would I be?
So you are a PC, which means you get the advantage of being a PC, so you're a 5+ craft level. All PCs are just going to count as 5+ for whatever they're doing,
Let's go.
which means if combat happens, you'll want to be there, unless it's something small.
Would the magic box be able to expedite a large smelting operation?
Yeah, especially if you know heating magic.
So I would
I
get that.
know whisper.
And you can use charge gems to empower with the box, not with pouches.
Would this be enough?
Yeah, I was about to say you can use charge gems to empower whispers as well, but only with a box. You can't do it with a pouch.
Hey, you added a bridge up there? Hell yeah.
Oh, you're gonna want to pick up some scrolls of conduit. I don't remember how much they cost. I can look it up.
Thought of that, but I didn't see it in the
You
list.
said
so
last time you said they were like.
Yeah, they're so cheap. I forgot to add it to the
copper.
list.
They were basically a copper. They basically gave them out for free.
Yeah, I mean they're cheap. I know that. I don't remember where they are on the list, but they're cheap. Scroll of conduit. It doesn't have a price. Let's say 3 copper apiece. And each person who charges the box needs one, and you can have with the wooden box between 2 to 6 chargers.
you need at least 2, right?
Yes, you have to have at least 2. That's the minimum. One person can't do it.
Actually, I'm gonna put 4.
Evie, quit.
But
shutting
anyone
up.
can do it. They don't have to be magically
That's
inclined.
why I'm giving them 4, because if while we're gone, all 4 people can do it, and it would take less time. And if they're that cheap, there's really no reason not to.
Yeah.
Gonna set up for the hunter to go hunt for food daily task.
Steven, we need to do something about your cat.
Yeah.
You're really on plastic again.
She's your cat right now. So you're gonna have him. That will basically expend his 1 stamina.
Well, so currently I'm just writing up what I think we want. Nothing is currently final. Yeah, but I'm just saying currently nothing is final.
And if you said if he does that enough, he'll gain stamina over time anyway.
Yes.
But like I said, that's his job. That's the reason we're paying him.
What are we paying him?
We're paying him a one-off fee.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, for now he just takes a one-off fee. Until you're established, he's perfectly fine, willing to work for that for a couple of weeks. He's good to go. He'll keep your meat stocked.
We'll renegotiate his terms.
Yeah, that's what I took
Well,
the contract for.
the idea is more like eventually he might want to like actually set up a wild games butchery, and then he might give you a massive discount on his meat, but then other people who go buy, he'll give you a percent of whatever they buy as well. So he
Right.
becomes like contributing, but then he also makes his own little profit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I expect all of the people that set up shop here, smiths, carpenters, anyone, there would just be a percentage fee.
Right, but there might be some people that you just straight up have to pay. Like if you have somebody whose job it is just to work the farm, you're gonna have to pay him.
Yeah.
Because he's
But-
not gonna do it for free.
Like, I don't know why these humans cost 0, but I've got some ideas. So their payment right now, until there's a reason otherwise, and I would like to pay them after we start bringing in money. But for
They
right now, their
cost
payment is a place to live.
Yeah, they cost 0 because they just stumbled out of the Forbidden
That's what I thought.
Forest in basic
what I thought.
clothing and very little memory.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like,
yeah!
That's it. They know who they are. They don't know why they're there. They don't know what to do. So you're just like, well, okay, come on. And they just collect. They just collect these poor bastards up in Mountain and give them jobs and teach them things. So if you're willing to give 2 of them a job, that's 2 of them that they don't have to feed in Mountain, you know.
Right.
And
Fuck
they can
yeah.
they can do basic stuff like you can show them real quick how to work a cooking pot, how to gather berries or wild veg. You know, they'll pick that up pretty quick.
That's actually what I want their jobs to be, is to gather food.
Yeah, I'll get to that soon. I'm just.
Ooh, let's do a daily task idea. Patrol.
It's Fred and
Hey.
Sean. Gather. No, fuck. We'll keep one for Fred. And one for Sean.
Can I move daily task down a few lines?
No, but I can add a line breaker for you. Fuck.
It would be nice if they all existed on the same page.
Yes, and that's what I'm gonna do. But if we just add some extra enter marks, it will be weird later on. So I'll just put
Okay.
a side break for it.
Gotcha.
That button. There we go. Can I, no, it's from there. I think I do the task. Yes, there we go. So now we can, if need be, we can add more stuff here, and it'll just.
Whoa,
jump
what
to
just
the whole
happened?
page.
He moved
you
it all
jump-
down and opened up a whole new sheet. I don't
Yes,
think he meant to
because-
do that.
No, I just sound like it will. Currently, it will do that if we go over the page there. So they will always stay like on one page. Anonymous blobfish, is that you, bro?
Probably. That's weird because I'm signed in.
It never shows people as who they are.
No, it shows for me.
What do you mean?
You're Stephen Chamberlain.
Oh yeah, I'm the host though,
Yeah.
Oh,
so everybody already knows it's my file.
right.
But I don't even get to see you as who you are. I see anonymous blobfish, anonymous jackalope, and anonymous chipmunk. So even
I'm
as the host,
chipmunk.
I don't get to see who people are.
No, wait, I'm not the chipmunk because that's an earth squirrel, I think.
In their contract role, put in how much they cost to hire, please.
But
Put in
What
how
do you
much they
mean?
cost to hire, like a blank gold hire.
oh, I
'cause-
thought we're just gonna take
No.
money and no, you want to keep that information? All right.
Because that also determines if they're doing menial labor, how much they're going to ask for. People who are hired for
Right.
more will ask for more,
Ah, all right.
or will not give you as big a percentage if they set up their own shop making money.
Uh,
Like if you hired that snooty elf as a smith, he's going to want to give you less.
so if the humans set up things, they'll give us a lot of money.
Yeah, because they'll be totally grateful because they don't know how to do shit, which means whatever they're doing, you taught them.
Fuck yeah.
So they'll
Damn,
be perfectly
goblins
willing
are
to give you a
space.
good percent. Bear in mind that no matter what percent they give you, well, actually, money the goblins don't care about. So if you can make money, that's kind of where it's at,
Zero.
especially in trades.
Zero. Aldork. Aldork, you don't know how to do shit, so I'm assuming you're not too 10 gold. Damn. You know you're worth Aldork. You know you're worth that 3 intelligence is definitely worth it. Fuck yeah. He knows his worth, my friend.
Oh, that's something else that you could buy.
What?
A craft book.
What exactly is that? I've heard I know very little about the crafting stat.
So
Like,
the craft stat is basically how good they are at a thing. So you could buy, like, say, a book that teaches people how to hunt. If you want to train a new hunter, you could buy a book that teaches people how to smith. If you want to train a new smith, and it will give a bonus.
Would I take Aldork the fucking goblin and train him to be my helper in smithing?
I was gonna ask
That would
about that.
if I could
Yeah,
take
you
the
could.
goblin and make him my helper, hell
Yeah, you could. It would take you. You would have to spend some time with them, but you could probably teach them to make things like nails pretty quick.
yeah.
But in order to make nails, you would need a forge kit.
I'm just checking for future reference. Craft times 2.
No, an
What
anvil
are
kit.
your
Sorry.
crafts? Your crafts are both 1, so you cost 1 stamina. In 5 meals worth of wild fruits / veggies.
Just put wild. You could just put wild produce if you want, but yeah, fruits, veggies, that works.
No. You have written fruits / veggies, so I'm putting fruits / veggies.
So you're going to have an excess of fruits and veg.
I mean that's just for now, like until we decide what we're actually going to. Right, we want to have one of them or at least 2 of them to like be at least one of them to be like learning tilling the soil. I mean,
Well, we've also got goblins for that.
You also the Ironback. It'll take him a little bit longer, but he could straight up do it by himself. Like he's a workhorse. I
yeah,
actually don't even know if
You
I'm
gave him
actually
2 stamina.
2+.
Okay.
You'll gain a
Then
stamina
plus
costs
stamina.
more to hire now.
Nope.
the Discord just says 2.
Well, I know, but
Yeah, but he
keep in
changed
mind that this is
the
like I haven't thought of everything yet.
Okay.
Because, like, thinking about it, he would definitely have a bonus to his stamina, and he has a bonus to his defense.
So I'm putting on the guarding.
Oh,
person,
that's
like,
another
patrol,
thing.
and like he'll help guard and patrol and
20 copper. At 20 copper, 20 times 5, that would equal 4 gold and 10 copper, right?
What?
what?
Box of
Sorry, I was.
nails. Box of nails is 20 copper.
Yeah.
So if I bought 5 boxes, that would be 4 gold and 10 copper, right?
He sounds right. It's 30 copper to the gold.
That's what I thought.
Okay, I added 2 more things. Guard kit is going to be 5 gold, and then a defense kit, which would basically be light leather armor and a short sword or short bow, is 2 gold coins. Defense kits, the idea is you can give those to literally anyone, and they will be at least able to defend themselves just in case. And a guard kit would be used to train a new guard. and it would be like heavy leather armor, a long sword, or a regular
Right.
sword, a regular bow.
Well, we're getting a defense kit for everyone who needs one, right?
That's up to you. I just gave you the
I'm
option.
asking Gru. Do we
Keep
want
in mind,
this
you
for
can also
everyone?
pay for stuff too. It doesn't all have to come from Gru.
Yeah, no, but I'm willing to pay for shit. I'm just asking, do we want that for everyone? Like,
But
I'm willing to spend my free.
what I'm telling you is you're the sentry in the group, so it would fall to you to determine the camp's defenses, not McGrew.
Yes, but like outside of character. Like,
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
Yeah, no.
even you could even say in character, like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in
we
character,
would
you could be
be
like, "We need
perfect.
these. I'm buying
what
these,"
guys just
and
started
like
wheeling and dealing and started slinging money around, and and
you could just be looking at like these little sets of defensive gear and be like, "Well, one for each. Let's do this." You know?
The hunter and guard won't need a defense kit, I assume.
No, they would have basic defense kits already.
Yeah.
Or the guard would have a
I
full
mean,
guard kit. He would have a full sword,
yeah.
a regular bow, a quiver with some arrows. Like he's good to go.
what were the types of defense kits?
It's just a defense kit.
Defense kit.
It's just
So
self. That's
two.
It's 2 gold per one. It's 10. I'll pay for it.
6,
Yep.
8. Oh, you're gonna get one for the carpenter and everybody.
Yeah, I'm getting one for everyone except the guard and hunter because I'm
Two.
like, it's better to have too many than too few. I already removed the cost for me.
so
to,
a guard kit would give you a good melee attack and a medium range attack. A defense kit would give you a decent but not great melee attack and a short range attack. So they would basically be carrying a short sword, a short bow, a small quiver of maybe 5 to 10 arrows, and light leather armor to put over their clothes. That would be the defense kit.
yeah,
was-
we
Never mind, I can look.
currently I feel like we just need basic defense for them. We don't need like a lot of stuff. Right.
Down where you are with the river on one side and the forest on the other, you're very unlikely to be attacked, but you just never know.
Well,
Yeah,
the
and
fact that
that's
we just
why I'm-
commandeered it. So it works both ways. The fact that we commandeered it from a rogue goblin shaman guy who was by himself, except for the demon things he was trying to summon. The chances, I think he found this place and was like, "Hey, this seems like a decent place that nobody really comes to. It's abandoned. I should summon these demons here." And then we stumbled in against his idea by happenstance and put a stop to that and him. And now we can kind of safely assume that he was probably right, except that he was wrong. That this is very much out of the way. There's a reason these towers are run
You've
down.
also hired people and sent them to this location from Elistria and Mountmend, which means both Elistria and Mountmend are aware that you're here, and nobody has said, "No, don't do that." So it's probably, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But you can never be too sure, so basic defensive procedures is always a good thing to do.
I also think for the future, for the distant future, that's a good idea to go ahead and start training them. Get them ready. At least get them strapped.
So
Then they start learning between now and then.
We want to train one to be a garden? What?
no, so what we're gonna do with that is, where did you put the daily tasks here?
Daily tasks are here. Like this blob. Right, we could probably have Gloken teach people to be guards. If
I'm not
we want
saying-
to train one to guard.
I'm not saying right away.
No. Would plowing the fields be one-off, or would we set that up as tending to the fields?
That's 2 different tasks.
Yeah. Plowing the fields is a one-off.
Yeah.
Is it one-off? All right.
It's a once a year thing, so it's kind of a one-off.
Yeah, but like I was just wondering if we wanted to, because it's a once a year thing, it's kind of still a regular thing that we need to do. So if we were just going to include that in the broad phrase farming, or if we wanted to specifically roll certain stuff,
Uh,
or what Mal's wants us to do.
yeah. Excuse me.
Uh, um, I'm gonna have Sean, one of the humans, help him plow the fields, if that's okay.
Where's our other goblin? No. No.
What?
Put Aldrak.
Okay, I gave you a. There's
But
a
I feel
new.
like plowing fields would increase their stamina better. But do you want to help have
Well,
him?
Aldrich has one stamina as well, and I mean he could have. He could. It would be nice for him to have more stamina.
Working the fields doesn't cost stamina; it costs days.
Yes, but it would help them train their
Oh
stamina.
yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. It would help. Yes. Um.
I hate
I like
that.
how
That's true.
excited you are about what they're doing.
Me?
They're not just plowing the field; they're plowing the field, helping plow
Yeah.
fields.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited.
I love it. Don't change it. Leave it.
No, I'm gonna add an extra
Oh my god.
exclamation mark.
No,
Yeah,
no,
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 we.
that's too much.
So
No,
okay,
don't,
so
don't
Too
yell
much,
at
too much, too much.
Don't yell
All
at
right.
them.
so I
I'm not
added
yelling at them.
a one-off task defense training requires a guard. Takes
Yeah.
1d6 minimum 3 days, and it can raise the attack and defense of trainees.
What about?
So would this be something that takes one stamina per day?
No,
No, so this is something that they can do while doing other stuff.
right? Well, because a hunter, even if you had your hunter do this, he's not going to spend 12 hours hunting. So you would base they're working their own schedules out. You don't have to nitpick that, but they would be working out a schedule will for like an hour a day. Your guard can spend an hour teaching them to do this thing.
All
You
right.
know what I mean?
So yeah, so what I'm getting from this is, uh, we want to train all of them in defense.
You could do that. You could totally do that. It would take 3 days.
At
We
minimum.
could set it up on a staggered schedule.
Whether he
So,
can
like,
teach.
on at the beginning of 1 week, he could trade one person,
Wait,
and then after
what?
the
What does
3,
less 2 days mean?
It would mean that if you roll a 1, it becomes a 3. If you roll a 2, it becomes a 3.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's basically the same thing, but put in your own game terms.
Yep.
But
Which means we don't need the word
1d6,
minimum.
yeah, less 2 days. So do we want to train all of them in defensive training?
Yeah.
You don't have to list. Don't have to list each of their names. Just put all.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna put Gloak and trainer person.
Okay. By the way, you're going to need somebody to cook that food.
Yes, that's a excellent.
Let me.
What about the hunter?
He only has one stamina.
Yeah, he only has one stamina, and this is going to be a daily task.
He's shit. He can't cook as well.
Yeah.
We can have our farmer cook as well, though.
That's true. That's a good idea.
Because I feel like our farmer dude would
What's the farmer's crafting?
His crafting is
Free.
free.
Okay, yeah, he'll be able to make a maximum of 15 meals per crafting attempt, or for cooking attempt.
Jeez. We're
Yeah.
gonna.
I
I think our first export's probably gonna be food.
I assume that if he's plowing the fields and cooking food, that would take up 2 staminas combined, right?
Cooking will be remember making the field and working the field are two different things. I haven't done working the fields yet.
Yeah, but they first need to plow the fields, you know. But I assume that would cost stamina.
Okay, let me point something out. He can't work the field until he plows the field.
Yeah, so we'll worry about that later.
Path
No.
has to exist before the stamina one daily can.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking if the farmer dude is also cooking the food as well as plowing the field, how much stamina does that take while he's plowing the fields as well?
Well, considering that
take-
their first few meals are probably just gonna be
Remember,
some berries.
cooking is a daily task that uses stamina. Building a field is a one-off task that does not use stamina.
Oh. All right.
Because he's basically his job is going to be 7 hours of building a field and then going home, cooking up some meals from everybody, and sleeping.
All right.
That's going to be his day every day until the fields are ready, and then you can rework out how his day to see what he's going to do.
Oh, you want to work that?
You weren't doing it, so I was just.
Oh, I was reading.
That's okay. I wasn't trying to. I was just
right,
putting that in there so that we didn't forget.
Shall we roll to see how long the defense trading will last?
Yeah, you might as well be the one doing it, considering, like I said, you're probably the one who's
5 days. Yeah. So I'm assuming that Loken and I will Loken will hold it, and then when I'm there, I'll help him.
So,
wait, working the fields is a one-off task? Oh.
no, sorry.
Isn't it plowing?
That's a good call. I do not plow. I don't know how to spell that. Yeah, you fix that.
Plowing a field. So, if we have this person helping him plow the fields, how much would that reduce the time?
So whoever is doing it, crafting times 2 is reduced. So if you have 2
Right.
people doing it, you would add up their crafting, times it by 2, and it'll reduce the days by that many days.
But the other person isn't a farmer, so he's just incapable of plowing the field.
No, he can, as long as you have a farmer. It just says requires a farmer, not 2 farmers.
Right. So it would be 2d6 less 3 minus both of their craft, which is 4. So that's 2d6. That's 8 minus 8. 6.
Okay, we're gonna do not crafting times 2 then, because I didn't account for such a high number. So it's gonna take 4 days to make this field.
All right. So 4 days for field. Oh, maybe I should have this written the other way. Plowing field.
And these peoples can only attempt or can only be a part of one-off task at a time, except for with special exceptions. And in this case, working a
But
field isn't a special exception. Training guards is like he could be doing a second one-off task while he's helping train the guards, because that wouldn't take a long time each day. But plowing a
but
field would take a long time each day.
so can the ones who are plowing the field not partake in the defensive training?
Oh, they can, yeah, because
Oh.
they're not the ones doing it. They're just there to learn.
Yeah, but like they're still taking time out of their day to attend
Yeah,
training. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right.
Like I said, but we're not going to nitpick the numbers here. We're only going to worry about the people doing the job, not the people gaining from the job.
Ah, right. All right, then I will add into the buildings tab. I will add a eighth field, uh, workable.
And then McGrew, if you want to upgrade your map to represent this, like put a field on it,
Yeah. Yeah.
I will totally. I can update the map next time we take a look at this. Or actually, I can update the map so we can take a look at this at the end of sessions.
Right.
Okay, something that we have to look at is he's only going to be able to make 8 meals with your current setup.
Who? No.
Yes, because you only have 8 meals worth of meat being produced each day.
Okay, then let's write it like this.
Oh. Right. Yeah. Or fruit veggies per meal made.
No, don't do it 8 out of 15 because it is just 8 right now. 15 might be his maximum, but
That's
when you
what I'm
read,
trying to show.
but if you change the list, we'll just recalculate it. For
Okay.
now, he's only making 8. I don't want it to be confusing. And how many people
Alright.
do you have living here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So the stockpile will have will
One
have
meal per day.
X meals, gaining 1 meal per day. And let's see, your 2 of your gatherer kits are going to be expended. So we're going to say you have 1 gathering kit left. Have you already reduced the cost of or the money for these things?
I haven't done anything to my note yet.
No, we should be able to make 9 meals.
How?
We're making 5 meals worth of wild fruits. 5 meals
Oh yeah, you
worth
could
of
have
herbs.
a
That's
full
10.
vegetable meal, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep, 2 meals, 2 extra meals per day.
Yeah.
What was the thing you were just about to do? Well, hold on. Gathering kits. Are those expended?
Yeah, technically, because they're in use, so they're not in the stockpile.
Okay. So they're not the way that I was. Okay, good.
They're not
Yeah.
gone forever. They're just in use.
Yeah.
Uh, 2 would be in use.
Yeah, there. We'll do it that way because they can return them to the stockpile once they're done with them.
figured you would give it the appropriate name, whatever it is.
It's a wooden charge gem box. And it's going to start out empty. Only this won't be in your stockpile once you account for its cost. Oh, yeah, that's right. It'll take 2 days, or it'll take 2 weeks for it to be made. So can you make a one-off task that's being performed by
Oh,
the city, and it's going to take 2 weeks. There's no way to reduce it.
What's the elf city called?
Elwyn?
Less-
Alistia, yeah. I have no clue how to spell that.
Oh.
That got goofy quick. 2 people shouldn't be editing the same line. It goes crazy. I don't know what to do. Here, I'll get it spelling and type it in. Just do the rest.
Alistia. Working on wooden charge box. Days meaning 14. Check calendar for note. Because I added that as a note into the calendar
Nice.
as well. Man.
Wait, what does the calendar have?
In the calendar, I added a little note that says when the box will come.
How can you still see the calendar?
I can't, but I added a note in there. I know that. You can go check if you want. It should be on the 1st of summer.
Oh, yeah. Magic chest delivery, 1st of summer. Good job. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Technically, it would have been delivered on the 36th, but you've already wrote it down, so that's when it's going to be delivered now.
What do you mean 36th? There's what? We're currently on the 25th.
Oh, there's only
Delivered
6
on the
days in a
25th.
week, so it's due in
What?
12 days, not 14.
Oh. Oh.
Nice.
I see. I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's 12. There's 6 days in a week.
Ah.
36 days per month. Angels don't understand calendars. That's what happened.
Oh. So then we'll. I don't know what we're. Yeah, no. We'll get it when we get it.
You're getting it on the 1st. You wrote it down. That's when it's coming.
Yeah.
That's when you ask them to deliver it.
Yeah. So it's
Turtles don't
12
understand
days.
calendars quite too well either. You're off by a day, but that's okay.
All right. So it's 13 days.
Yeah, it's 13 days coming.
Yeah. No. So
But
I
you
think
wrote it on the
I
calendar, so it
thought
doesn't
it's
even
like,
matter how many days are left because you wrote it on the calendar. It's perfect.
Yeah. I'll just remove the days.
Yeah,
from
days remaining. Check calendar for note. Perfect.
calendar for me. Yeah. There we go.
All right. Are you going to build any new buildings? Oh, you didn't hire a carpenter.
We
You
should
would have to
love-
physically
No, we
build
have
the
a
building.
carpenter.
Oh, you do have the
We hire-
buildings. Yeah, you did. Okay. Are you going to build any new buildings?
We probably should.
Keep in mind, right now you have a barracks and a mess hall. That's it.
Yeah. Would
And the carpenter will work
probably
on
want,
fixing
like-
those building ups in his spare time because they're not too disheveled. They just need cleaned and some patchwork here and there. So he could totally take on a job.
Wouldn't that take a mason?
He could make wooden buildings and he can do basic stone foundations.
Oh, okay. So the buildings really aren't that dilapidated.
No, they're in pretty good. The stonework is in good shape. But
Okay.
like he's gonna rebuild the windows, maybe put some covers on them. He's gonna make sure the roof isn't leaking, clean up the floor because there's bloody circles everywhere, and there's
Yeah.
been some demons in there. You know,
Um,
maybe move out some of the old gross stuff. What?
The windows shouldn't need repairing. They were barred windows anyway. We never damaged them. The doors, however.
Well, but like he might put some shutters on them or something,
Oh, okay.
and he can gather wood for that. If you're gonna build a whole new building, he might need some seed wood or he'll need extra time.
Something I was considering was for him, but also for the further building projects would be some sort of lumber mill.
A workshop.
Yeah, that would
Like-
be that would make his
over
work go
here.
faster.
Yeah, so I think that's.
Like over
What do you
here.
think? Crazy.
I think that's a great idea, but like over
Great
here,
for
and we have
building.
the
All right.
we'll have, like somewhere over here, and that can be where he lives as well. We can do that. Like
Hey, can we move that down a little bit? Like great, no,
Down?
just straight down, straight south.
like there, or
A
up
little
bit.
bit more, a little bit more, because what I'm thinking is, because of the position, we're gonna want to put walls right there, and those towers can be converted into defensive towers
The
as we.
gate.
Yeah, exactly.
We could have the gate in
And so
between the towers.
Any buildings we put down, I want it to be behind.
You're
where-
thinking like walls
wall.
somewhere like
Let me see what you guys are doing.
something like that. Maybe a little higher. Maybe that's good. I don't know yet, but I know that somewhere in that general area.
yeah.
So you're looking at building
Like,
a wood workshop, basically. What did you call it?
yeah,
Well, I was thinking a lumber mill.
lumber.
A lumber mill. Okay. So
But that's not the same. Like
no, so a lumber mill will make planks, basically. Is your idea?
But we'll have like a lumber mill, and it can be like a small side station for helping him work with his wood.
Yeah, like he'll probably if you're making this for him, he would probably add his own little tidbits here and there. Like he might make a place for him to sleep. He might make a working area to do like smaller repairing handles on tools because that's what mostly breaks on tools, stuff like that.
yeah, and I was thinking like if we build the lumber mill, you would want to add the carpenter's workshop to that. You would build anything wood related to that building. So
Yeah.
I mean, and we can do that, right? We can just make an addition to a building and make it slightly larger.
What's
Or
his
just
stamina,
like
your
a
carpenter?
secondary fucking building. His stamina is 3+.
Nice. So his stamina is 4.
Yeah, like we could just have like the lumber mill and then like add a just like fuck.
But I'm
It's-
curious, like, can a lumber mill work right there?
Would we want the lumber mill outside the walls?
No. No, absolutely. And
No?
not so the reason I'm asking will a lumber mill work right there is not because of placement. It's partly because of placement, but doesn't a lumber mill need power?
It would need a source of kinetic energy,
We have
yes.
magic.
That's what I'm saying. So
Can we do that with magic?
we
Yeah.
can do it with the water.
Yeah, if you put it by the water,
Move it all
you could
the
just
way.
build like he could just wig up a water reel to it.
That's why I'm asking, like, and it being crooked like that won't work.
Why not?
It has to go with the flow of the water.
Yeah, but like
So I
do
I
the-
put in a one-off job of building a building, requires carpenter, takes 2d6 less 2 minus crafting minus 1 per 5 planks, max 3 days. That's confusing, but it makes sense. And then also makes planks, makes crafting times 3 planks, requires carpenter, and lumber mill costs 2 stamina.
Wait, so it's 2d6 less craft minus 1 per 5 planks.
Right. So basically you can
How
add up to
many-
you can have 15 planks to take off up to 3 extra days.
Oh.
But you can have more planks than that, but it will only ever take off 3 days because I don't want you to be able, because otherwise you could literally reduce that build time to 0 and somehow magically you just convert planks into building, which doesn't make sense. Oh, that also requires carpenter and building kit.
So, what when he has crafting 2 plus, what I do there? Like, is that just a 2
So
crafting, or is that
if he has crafting 2 plus, if he's the only person making the roll, then he gets less 1+1 to his roll.
But you want lower
No, because it's
when you're building
subtracting
a house.
crap. What? Hold on. Let me.
I ripped them heavens. I can't hear you.
What?
Alright, what? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. So, how would that work if he has...
Oh, I see. Because it's
A plus.
applying to his crafting. Let's do the same we do with stamina. He gets an extra 1, so his crafting is the equivalent of 4 right now.
4?
Mhm.
It should be 2 plus, so it's a 3 right now.
Okay, so it's a 3 right now.
Yeah, so then it will take 6 days to build this.
Are you not pre-buying any planks? Because you can
Just
buy
that's
planks.
how many it takes right now. We
You
want
can
to
buy
pre-buy
20.
planks.
You can buy 20 planks for 10 gold, and they should fit on your cart. You don't have too much on your cart.
Do we want to buy 20 planks?
Yeah.
And then we could... Then
You'll
we
have
could
5
use-
planks left over.
We can do
If
that.
we want to reduce it to 3 days, but we could also have it leave it at 4 days and have 10 planks over.
Yep. Yep. You want to do that?
Sure.
All right.
10 planks. These cost you. What did I say? 20 planks for 10 gold.
Yeah, so that would be 5 for 10 planks.
Well, no, I'm saying you can only buy them in groups of 20. So you use 10 for this project, then you have 10 remaining. And that will also unlock the ability to have him start doing a daily task of creating more planks. You can also set your daily tasks to be at a limit, so you can have him like create until there is X planks if you want him to then have a secondary job or help do something else.
Yeah. I think we'll have to get to that after we have the lumber mill and
Yeah, we'll worry about that after you have the
Start doing that.
lumber mill.
yeah. Days remaining.
Can
We
you
wanna
start
bring down to
reducing your
3 days.
Yep. Can you start reducing your so do you want to what I want you to do is I'll read you the number to reduce, and then I want you to reduce your banknote, McGrew.
All right. So before we start that, I just want to make sure: are we ready to start taking all of it at once?
We should be good for now, unless there's something else you guys want to do.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure because
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
need to do
going
it.
to literally delete these numbers, these 3 golds, so that they are considered paid and just in your stockpile, because I don't want gold amounts in stockpile.
Yeah. Let me Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the calculator, and we'll do it from there, and then I'll
Okay.
just take it off after we've done it all. So 800.
Oh. Okay, so 3 gold,
All right.
1 more,
1.
100,
All right.
5 gold,
Okay.
18. Oh no, 6 gold,
All right.
that's paid for. Okay, 200 gold
All right.
and 10 gold.
All right.
That's for the stockpile stuff. 16 gold,
All right.
20 gold,
All right.
26 gold,
Okay.
20 gold,
All right.
10 gold.
Okay.
What does that equal?
I have 383 left.
Not bad.
No, not at all.
And crazy, did you reduce the 10 gold for the defense
Yeah.
kits?
Yeah.
Good, good.
So I
Now-
had like 290.
Oh,
left,
you
so
also
then
need to
those-
reduce 60 more gold for your 2 moves, unless you only want to use 1 moves. You can use 1 moves. So 30 gold for your 1 moves. Or are you just going to use Kim's moves?
Well, that depends on if Kim wants to.
Kim, can they use your moves to deliver goods?
Okay.
We hold on before you commit to that. Let me just point out that pretty much takes it away from being your pet. Like it's still your pet. You
Well,
own
no,
it,
she
but-
can use it to deliver these goods one off. She doesn't necessarily have to
Oh.
leave it at the farm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you're all
Right.
physically making this trip.
We're gonna go ahead and buy 2 more, but we need hers to do this trip.
Okay.
Did we remove the money for hiring all the people?
Yep.
Yeah, we already did that.
Right.
Also, you gained 32 copper and change.
I
So
hate
just-
the math. I
Just
hate
put
the
that
math.
on your character sheet. Increase your change by
30.
32 copper.
For 2 copper was 1 gold and 2.
No, it's 32 copper. It was 2 different exchanges, so it's 32 copper.
It's 32
Yes.
copper. It's not just 32 copper being converted into gold, though, crazy. It's 32 copper plus 29 that I already have.
Mm-hmm. So you have, and you could have that converted, but we're not doing that right now. If you want to do that, we'll do that in an actual session.
Wait a minute. I thought moves were like 20 gold.
I think they're 30 gold at Mountain Mint, and they don't sell them at Alistria, and you don't have enough time to go anywhere else. I can look, though. I can check for you.
I don't remember Kim paying that much for a move, because, like, how did we have that much when we started?
Because,
This is right after
Because you
sold
sold
all that
scrolls.
stuff.
yeah, it was right after you guys
You
sold
sold
all and split all the
scrolls.
gold. Yep, they're 30 gold
Okay.
each. And that's what she did. Is she bought a moose. She bought a cow.
That
Mm.
makes sense.
So if you want a male and a female, oh, you have to reduce 25 more gold for the building kit that wasn't in the stockpile.
I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is where you can stack projects. If you want to reduce another 25 gold, you could build a moose pen, which would allow your moose to start reproducing.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah, we need to do that.
So it would be you're going to have to re-roll the construction. He can work on these 2 simultaneously because they're 2 construction jobs. But we need to know how many days it is. So re-roll it and let's do the math.
Who's
Wait,
rolling?
so do I need to re-roll it or just roll another?
Yeah, we're rolling another. We're rolling another
Rolling
construction
another.
job. And then you guys can determine where to put it.
That is 4 minus his crafting of 3. No, wait, it's less. That one has a less. It's less 2, so it's 6 days minus 3, so that's 3 days.
And you can take a further 2 days off of it if you want to use 2 more or another 10 planks. Or you could just have it take the 3 days.
I think we'll just have it take the 3 days. What do you think, Rick?
Good.
Yeah.
Because it'll be
Yeah.
finished before the lumber mill is finished, which makes sense. A lumber mill would be
Yeah.
more tricky.
Yeah, and then the pen. I'm thinking we place the pen. That's not the color I selected. Roll 20. Fuck you. We place the pen like somewhere up here.
You guys worry about that. I'm going to put it on your list of buildings.
I've already put it there.
Oh, okay. Cool. A
I don't
moose
know if I
pin.
spelled it correctly, but
I think it's Mooze. Yeah, Mooze.
like somewhere up there in that corner where short access to both the farm for fertilizing it because I think the moose pooped and their poop was good fertilizing.
Yeah, that'll so that will come into account once you start working fields.
Yeah.
Let me.
And it'll have close range to the water as well.
Oh no, that's not here.
And just because I think it'll look pretty fucking awesome. Once people start walking here, can we have like a path that starts walking like along here? That's the color I've already used. Is that brown? That's brown. Can we have like a path going from these once you remake the macro?
Yeah, I can do that.
Great. Because I think that would look awesome. And then we can just change the paths if we need to next time. Because we haven't put down any fucking roads yet. They're just dirt paths that have come from people blocking. Mhm.
Okay, so I added the working fields. It's going to add crafting times an unknown number yet, gold value +3 if it's fertilized per, and you can work up to 2 fields per group. It requires at least 1 farmer and 1 stamina per worker.
Mhm.
And you're adding to the harvest value of the field. I haven't determined how much yet. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Man.
How much have you actually invested so far?
500.
So a
60,
fair
560.
a fair amount, and that's getting you
mean,
lumber,
Wait,
one workable field.
you mean 560?
You added 500. I have spent 60, so that's 560.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure
No,
that you were counting that as yours. I like, yeah.
yeah, I've just spent 50, so 550, my bad. Yeah. Did we request an anvil?
Nope,
No.
you didn't request an anvil kit.
Listen, I'm gonna leave that to you.
Yeah.
And an anvil kit doesn't equate to a full blacksmith, but it's enough to work basic
No.
metal. You can build a
Yeah.
blacksmith to put the anvil kit in, but you can just set it up anywhere and make nails,
Yeah.
basic repairs,
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
some tool heads.
I'll buy an anvil kit as well, and I'll pay for it as well. One anvil kit. I want that to be where all the other kits are. One
Just put it in the
anvil
stockpile
kit.
because nobody's using it, and you can use it when you're there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just want it to be where all the other kits are.
I'm gonna remove the trees between the towers since
Yeah.
we're gonna make a path there. I mean, feels like we would have done that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent path, but I think it would be awesome if we just continuously added like paths where people are walking and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like as we add new buildings, dude, we're developing a town. That's exactly what will happen.
Yeah. Also, Drew, since you're already doing stuff,
Uh-huh.
it looks kind of weird that the bridge stopped with stone to then grass. I felt like it would go to stone to like a path that would lead somewhere.
I just didn't get to that point, and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh yeah, no. I mean that's perfectly
I don't.
understandable. I'm
I
just
also
pointing
don't
it out.
know what path to use for the main pathway. Like I have to. I'm learning how to use this, and I feel like if I'm gonna do something like that, it still needs to be a dirt path. but then at where the bridge meets the dirt path needs to blend because the bridge will be made of stone, it will be gray, and the path will be brown, and I need to figure out how to blend that.
I see.
But that's a great suggestion, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. That's 25 more of my money. So we have now spent 575 total on this. I actually want to keep track of this. I'm gonna
Oh,
put that at
We're gonna
top of a stock up.
we're going to do working the fields. Currently, we're going to see how it works at making it adding 10 gold per work. What did I just do? Okay.
So
Plus 3 if you have fertilizers.
if we go and check if people who we can
Oh
hire,
no.
like next time we have one of these sessions, whenever that be, would you roll like new people?
I could roll some new people if like a week or two has passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that much time will pass before we do this again. I mean, the hiring process, like,
Yeah.
Plus, some of these people might have been hired somewhere else.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't want anything to do with that blacksmith.
Well, I kind of figured you wouldn't, but I wanted to give you the option because they could make nails, they could make builders kits, they could make tools. So I
Definitely.
wanted to give you the option.
Not for
She is, however, like objectively speaking, she's fucking great. She
Yeah,
has
she is.
4 stamina,
and
4
that's awesome.
crafting.
But realistically, even though she's fucking great, we don't need fucking great right now.
No. And I, as a player character, am fucking greater.
Yeah, you're better. You're technically a better blacksmith than her.
Yeah,
Even though she
because
probably, I guess I'm just saying her, but I don't know if it's female. Even though
I would,
she probably knows how to make more stuff than you right now, you are technically will have better outcomes.
I was gonna say I feel like because of the differences between them, I would give them about equal.
yeah, but like purely stat wise, I'm a better smith.
Okay.
Smell said as a player character we'd have like 5 because we're just player characters don't want to make it too hard. However, I am leveling up in my smithing, or well, in my crafting. Like at level 3, I'll learn how to fletch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, with your anvil kit, you can you can reset bolts. You can rebuild bolts for free at your anvil kit.
Yeah.
Technically, you could do that at any anvil, but
Wait, do you mean rebuild them, like make new ones, or
you can't make new
refletch?
ones. You have to have the bolt heads already, or the bolt heads
All right,
already. But
all
you
right, yeah.
collect those up.
But I would need fletching to do that as well, though.
Yes, but you need fletching and an anvil.
Yeah, but no, that is the reason why I want to take fletching to be able to do those surfings, because I'm gonna use the bow at some point. Brownwin is using the bow. Someone else might use the bow later, and it also fits great with my character as a acolyte of Malatar.
Yeah.
Who loves to uh, learn how to craft and shit.
So are we going to go forward with this? You're happy with what you have being built thus far?
I think that's
Yeah.
plenty for right
Yeah.
now.
Now, what are we gonna name the town? Are we gonna name the town later?
I don't feel like it's a town yet.
All right, so we're naming it
And
later.
it's the very, very beginning of a settlement, so I don't feel like a name is important right this second. But we'll definitely be thinking about that because it is something that we'll want to have before too long. because it won't be
Yeah.
long. It won't be long before it becomes a settlement.
No, we're spending all this money here. We're gonna make it big.
I
Now,
can't
we could.
think how much we've done with the
Yeah.
amount of money that we've used.
Yeah,
we
you did pretty
also
good.
need
There's a
Get out of there. Come on,
at a later point.
get downtown.
It might be worth it to like move the field and the moo pen somewhere else, and then have the harbor there. Like once we have into irrigation and stuff.
I heard once we have interrogation.
irrigation.
Yeah,
I know what he
irrigation.
meant. I know what he meant, but I just like, and maybe he said that, but I just wanted to say what I heard.
No.
I mean, maybe when we learn to interrogate people as well, we would want to, have a harbor to ship out
Better.
the criminals and
Yeah,
ship them in.
sure.
But yeah, no.
Yeah,
At some point, I feel like farms and animals would go outside of a town. Or am I just crazy?
Dude, you no. I
Mhm.
want things to be inside. This area is big enough. Like, it's so big. If things go right, we could make a town or a city the size of Mount Mend, or maybe not quite S what was it? Alestia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not quite that big, because like they occupied the entire like river, and they can keep expanding because of where they're at, but at the same time there's no way they could fight anything. So they're strictly a trade city. We can be trade and have a defendable location.
I don't know what I did, but I can't remove this drawing that I did.
I'm gonna go check.
Help.
That card.
Help,
came-
Mala.
Okay, so
What did I do?
Dude,
Okay.
put your cursor on with just the cursor, and then click the line. Or press Control D.
It worked. I had to zoom in to be able to press the line.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Is this area large enough, or would if
I
we
didn't
were
wanna-
to have like the
Watching.
farms like at the back end of the town, that we would want like a harbor down there to ship them up to the harbor at the top of the city? Because I don't know how large this is.
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Right, so just for argument's sake, we were to build like the farms somewhere here in this big square.
Yeah, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
Really,
just for our sake, then would this entire area be large enough that it would be worth putting a harbor like here to ship the stuff that we produce all the way up the river to a harbor that would be like somewhere here?
we would probably put a processing place here, and then yeah, maybe put or actually just throw the harbor here. You need somewhere to process what you're gonna ship. You can't just take it off the field, throw it on a boat.
No, but like,
You need somewhere to pack it, and then, but yeah, no, your idea is still, yeah.
I added a new one-off task. It's called Moose Baby Making. It requires a male and female moose. It takes 1d6 plus 1 per male and female days, and it can fail.
Oh,
wait. Are you telling me I need to
1d6.
add 2 more characters, a female and male moose, to my spreadsheet? Fuck.
No, because they're in the pen.
They're part of the pen?
Yeah, they're in the pen.
Oh.
You have 1 male and 1 female. You bought them. Did someone reduce the 60 gold for them?
I did. It came out
Okay.
of my money.
There you go.
Under construction.
And yeah, they won't be able to do it until their pin is finished.
I feel like that's understandable.
And it has a failure chance.
Yeah.
And the pin, by the way, can hold up to 8 moves.
Oh. Hell yeah.
And moves on temporary tasks such as making cart deliveries and stuff still count towards that total. Kim's moves does not because it's on a permanent task of being her moves. Blah, 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 blah.
I've almost got all of the changes to the map.
Oh, nice.
That is great. Now, did we want to trade any of the people who had like null as a job to anything specific?
Not yet.
That
We
would be
definitely want to increase all of their stem. No.
stamina, just something that will happen over time.
Yeah, but for example,
Alright.
setting people to plowing the field, I feel like that would, increase the stamina better than setting someone to cook food, for example.
Right. Hey, Malice, do you want to see the new map?
Yeah. Are you out of the editor? Because I don't know what happens if we both jump into the editor.
I am out of the editor.
Okay.
And
Now,
let's see
next
how
time
far-
we're not doing a full session either, right?
I don't think so. Wasn't didn't Kim stop early?
So this is the lumber
Or
mill.
start early.
Yeah, I think so. This is the moose pin. That's the field. Okay, yeah, that's good. Give me a second and I'll update it.
Hell yeah! I'm so excited.
I wish I knew how to not draw a shape that I'm accidentally drawing now. Because like I didn't mean to draw a giant fucking square. I just clicked. It was like, oh,
This looks beautiful. Can we keep it?
Oh, it's glorious. We've ascended.
We have ascended. We have lost the prospect of the forest. We have been cursed by the big.
Oh, I thought we slipped into the Matrix.
Oh no, it's so tiny.
It's a tiny,
It's a city.
tiny world. It's a tiny, tiny world.
There it is.
There you go.
No, it's above all of our notes.
I don't know. Layer. I don't know. Is draw one group.
Like the
Too bad.
notes aren't really.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, what do you think of that?
Well,
That
you
is-
can. Yeah, it looks
that is
awesome. You can
pretty
clean up
fucking
some of your
spot on.
notes now.
Yeah. Now we can add more notes to say lumber mill. So we don't forget. Lumber. How did you make your text bigger, Gru?
Oh, with the font.
Oh, you're no.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll just
Hang on,
let you
hang on,
do it.
hang on. Wait, that's not how you delete it. There.
All right, is it font 40?
I don't know.
We can also add a background tag that was not background tag. What?
Are you sure that's not like font color?
Well, no, so they have two color things. They have one that, changes the color. And then they have another thing that's currently transparent. And I was like, yeah, so that's background. But I don't know what the fuck that one does anymore. And I'm scared. I'm just going to keep it transparent because it makes the text glow weirdly every time I touch it. So I'm, not going to touch that.
I just want to point out on the river, all that stuff on the shore, I did that painstakingly.
Yeah,
Okay.
That
the
white
little
foam.
wavy foams.
I used so many different types of waves, and I rotated them, and I stretched them, and shrunk them. And then there's also lots of little waves in the river, in the main body of water that I added.
Yeah, it's very good.
And
I
then
didn't know that was so painstakingly made.
I also added
That's
that
cool.
same. I used a different form of wave to add the splash from the water wheel. It's
That's
been
good.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Getting used
it's
to
cool.
this
That,
journey.
that thing is pretty cool.
Oh gosh! Thank goodness you put fields there, because I don't think I would have remembered. God. I think even the moos are smart enough to know what the fuck that is.
All right, I just want to text grow. I like my text, all right? Just like I like my spreadsheets.
Did you say you knew about Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Yeah.
You remind me of Double D.
I don't know who that is, but sure. I don't
You
remember
said
who
you
that
knew who
is.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie was.
Yeah. But I was like fucking 8 years ago since I watched them.
Okay, it's been probably like 10 or 20 for me.
You know, so they probably
Yeah.
played a larger part in your